And that's probably going to be really inspirational too for Mark McCarthy in the second round. I mean, in the second semi here to to really feed off that energy that Jerry's just created. And I'm sure he's going to want to meet Jerry in the final. So, but he's got one hell of a person in front of him, the current world champion PLC. In his way.
My!
This is going to be a great second semi.
Woo! Okay, I need to get my heart rate lowered a little bit. So Jared Houston, the South African, filling in that first slot. He will be wearing the red jersey in the final, but now he's going to sit back and wait for the winner of this semifinal, PLC.
We've got Mark McCarthy up and wave.
Oh, here we go.
Straight into it. Straight into it. What's he going to go for? Is he going to find... straight into an RS, but doesn't quite complete that. Well, I think these guys are in a similar situation, I guess, where they've had to wait for an hour and a half, or an hour and a half at least, maybe 2 hours now, for that little break. So I'm guessing that both riders will probably want to get back into the rhythm of catching some waves and just getting back into into the competition mindset, because it's easy to get distracted. When it's really warm and there's a few guys having a few beers and people are forgetting about the comp. So. Mark's probably just shaking off the cobwebs here. He usually makes those in his sleep, so it's an incomplete ARS. He'll shake that off and hopefully move forward into this second semi.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I just put up something on our interactive portal, the gateway to our commentators booth, the IBA World Tour Facebook page. I just put my heart rate is up. How you feeling?
Ooh.
With semifinal number 2, Mark McCarthy in the red, PLC in the yellow. Amazing semifinal.
Yeah, and the ranking's only a couple of positions separating these two. PLC's probably got a higher profile, but Mark McCarthy's been a really, really consistent competitor. He almost fell off the tour 2 years ago, and he needed a big result coming into the Confitale comp in the Canary Islands. He went through after all that pressure. He needed to get to at least the final. He ended up winning that event. So to feel that pressure the whole way through the event. He's done a great job.
All right, looks like Mark McCarthy's waiting patiently along with PLC out the back. We have Natasha with Jared Houston with the interview. Where you at, Natasha?
Yes.
And what I can say is such a great day of emotions. It's up and high and up, whatever. I'm like confusing and everything. How you feeling? How was that here? It was difficult, huh?
Yeah, it was so stressful. Like the waves are absolutely shocking, and so hard to see what's a set and what's not. And like, I just seen Alex get some good ones, and there's more lefts, and he's so strong on lefts. And so, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm just happy, feel lucky to get through that. I'm lucky the waves came to me. Like, I think I got a lot of help from God. They're sending waves my way, so just stoked and ready for the next one.
Ready or a little bit tired?
I'm a little tired, but I'm feeling pretty pumped up and like getting rid of most of the nerves. So I'm just stoked to my first final of the year, so I'm super happy.
I think a lot of people are stoked for you back home in Cape Town. I know they're watching, and Australia too, and everywhere. In Argentina, in Puerto Rico, everybody's pretty stoked. Alex was surfing incredible the whole competition. He surfed really good. Like, he was a very strong competitor. He beat Tamega, he beat Winchester, and obviously you got him. So. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, when I had Alex on my heat, I was like, whoa, like he's been a pretty giant killer this event, and he's come so far, like in the last couple of years with his riding, and he's really riffing, and in these kind of ways, he's not one to be taken lightly. So I really thought he had me until I got that last left. So I'm just stoked I got him this time, but I'm sure he's going to get me the next one. So yeah, I'm counting my blessings.
Congratulations for him too, and obviously I guess you're cheering for your mate Booty, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be so stoked to have a Safa final. It'll be amazing. So good luck, Booty, and thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go back to you, Manny. Woo!
You can tell she's stoked.
Oh, how happy is she?
I think she's more stoked than Jared is.
I know, Jerry's there shivering, going, yeah, I'm really happy about this. We got PLC looking to start off his campaign. He just kicks out of it. But yeah, actually, they could even give PLC and Ruta a run for their money in the best looking couple.
That's right. You know what? We should have a little couples contest.
Yeah. But no, that's great for Jerry. That's it's amazing. I'm stoked for him. Obviously I just put him on the team with Freedom Fin, so I'm stoked as a sponsor, but I'm really happy for him. You can really see the fire in his eyes, and you know what, he's going to be really tough to beat. Really tough to beat. So get warm, Jerry, and you got a big 30 minutes coming up in your final, and I'm praying for you.
I want to look back, and if I wish I had Steve Action Jackson on the phone right now, I'd call him up and say, Steve Action Jackson, was there ever a all South African final on the IBA World Tour? And I would say he would
say
write
no.
back and say no.
No.
So this could be a first right now
Yep.
if Mark McCarthy can fend off current world champion PLC and make it
Yeah.
into the final. But you know
Wow.
what? PLC's a tough cookie.
Oh yeah, he's not going to not going to roll over and let Mark take it. He's going to really fight for it. So it's going to be a really good battle. And these two guys are they're really smart competitors too. So but Mark, 28 years of age, he's been competing for a long time. Currently ranked 7th in the world. You know, at 72 kilos, there's not a lot of him. 5'9". He's just all muscle. All muscle. There's not a lot of fat on any of these guys. It's really kind of annoying. I wish I would beef up a little bit. So I'm feeling like I'm the big fat guy in the comp. But these guys are really, like I said, really smart competitors, and it's going to be interesting to see with the waves. You know, not the best. It's going to be pretty tactical. So it's going to be good to see how their tactics roll out. As we can see, Pierre looks like he's paddling into something. Just looking at, decided not to go that one.
I think the judges did talk with the competitors saying, hey, we do have boundaries.
Yep.
We want to keep this thing rolling, so don't go into that glare. And there is something set up on the beach. But listen up.
Yep.
This is your rider, current world champion, PLC.
There he
His
is.
sponsor is Rib Curl. He has one world title under his belt and comes from France, and his hometown is Hostiger, but currently living in Portugal with his lovely girlfriend, Ruth,
Yep.
I believe up in Porto.
In Porto, yeah, that's right. I think
Okay.
so. Yep. Yeah, it's funny. I saw them the first morning of the comp, and they were just there, just like, you know, yawning. I was like, oh, when did you guys come in? Like the last couple of days? Yeah, we just drove overnight this morning. We just got here
Oh,
this morning. I was
my.
like, all right then. They just piled out of the car, straight up into the cafe, and had a coffee.
Wow.
Like, the European way. Why not?
Exactly,
Beautiful.
exactly.
Beautiful. Love it. But there's not a lot of distance between these two out in the heat. In that last heat, we saw Jerry pull away from Alex and try and go a little bit north, which worked out well in his favour by getting that big score. But you can see both Pierre and Mark paddling through this wave. Looks like Mark's going to be up on this wave as he's going left. It's not going to offer too much. Bit of a roll. That's not too bad. That's an all right roll. As you can see, Pierre at the back as well, looking to it. No, he's opted not to take that. So we've got Mark McCarthy, who well, that's going to be the first scoring ride of the semi-final. It'll probably be coming in the 3.5s to 4s. It was a bit of a nice roll, maybe a 4-5.
Let's take another look at this
Here's
replay.
Mark's.
Mark
So just
McCarthy.
gets into it, bit of a roll. So it's it's the highest scoring of the heat so far. 3.888. So yeah, looks like they just want to keep busy. I think they really want to try and get. No one's taken a real hold of the semi-final yet, and I bet they're both itching for it.
Wow, the conditions are, compared to what we've seen from the morning to what we see now, wow, just a change. This is the SINTRA
Crazy.
Portugal Pro. You have to be ready for everything and
Yeah, that's
anything.
right.
PLC up and riding.
PLC, he's got a lot of speed already, straight into it. Oh, it's just opted not to. He really took off then. It was crazy how much speed he just generated. Bang. But that wave didn't really allow him to do too much. So priority will now shift it back over to Mark. And he'll just search for that next scoring ride. But it's a pretty slow second semi-final. But I'm sure it'll heat up. It always does in those last couple of minutes.
Yes, it does. 21 minutes remaining out in the water, and Mark McCarthy leading the charge right now, as you can see on your screen. And PLC now looking for a 4.43 for that spot in the first place slot, and that 3.8 from Mark McCarthy. Boom.
Yep, boom. So you can see Pierre just starting to paddle up the beach a little bit. Maybe just wants to get a bit of distance away from Mark, but Mark might follow him up a little bit. Doesn't want to leave him too much lead on that rope. He wants to make sure that if a wave does come in, Mark does get it as opposed to Pierre. Again, like I said, these tactics will be coming into play, I think, with the waves not being the best. So it'll be interesting to see. But as you see Pierre trying to keep busy. He's taken off on one. Let's see what's going to allow him to do. Nothing
Wow.
again. Wow, okay. So Pierre's really trying to keep busy and trying to he's just desperate for a score. Anything will do. There's going to be a trying second semi as you see the crowd all come down for the beach. Look at that hotel in the background. How nice is that?
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
Right on the other side of that wall is one of the biggest swimming pools I've seen.
Yep.
For a hotel.
It's great. And in that in the left-hand corner, there's also a few diving boards.
It's insane.
Quite familiar with.
All
right,
take a look.
He's got one out the back. The roll out the back, straight into it. He's going to go to town on this one with again another roll. Is he going to push through that?
Oh, and he makes it.
Yeah. So that's going to be the best scoring ride of the semi-final so far. So Mark McCarthy's getting off to a bit of a lead. That's probably going to be into the mid-4s, maybe 5s even. That's going to be you go nice roll out the back, and then comes through around this section again and gets hung up a little bit through the lip. But when he gets through that, he busts out, and that's a pretty good second wave, and especially in the current situation that the waves have been pretty poor. So Mark's off to a bit of a lead, but he's definitely going to want to improve on that.
I took a little dip in the water during the break, and oh my.
It's cold, isn't it?
I like cold water. I can pull off swimming around in some chilly water, but this is cold.
It's cold. And especially when you're running down the beach and your feet are getting burnt along the sand going, oh my God, I can't wait to get the water. You jump in and then just takes your breath away. It's freezing. Even in a steamer, it takes your breath away. So kudos to you to try and do that in your shorts. That's crazy.
All right, we do a few shout-outs to those watching. It's super early in the morning or late at night. It's Tomas going for Jared all the way. Joao going for PLC for the win. Ali in Morocco from Paris. Moroccan in Paris. Dylan, he's in Perth. It is 1:55 a.m.
Good on ya.
He's staying up to watch the semifinals and finals. David, he was for Winnie, then for Alex. Now he's going for Jared. So, well.
He's changing.
You're allowed. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Blake is going for PLC. So get on our IBA World Tour Facebook page. Get interactive.
Yeah,
We're bringing you the live feed. Yeah, why not?
Yep, absolutely. And as you see, that score from Mark came in at a 4.55. So his heat total at the moment is an 8.43. That wouldn't have got him through any other heat in this whole event, I don't think. So they're really going to. It kind of shows the conditions and how poor they're getting. But these guys are going to really. It's going to show that they're going to definitely get a lot higher scores than that. It's just going to just have to wait for the waves to come through for them to get those scores. You can see Mark looking like he's going to go for a left. This could give a bit of a section. Nice roll to take off. Let's see if he can link it through into another roll. Is he going to make the section? Big roll.
Wow.
Wow, that's good. So I think that could even be better than his 4.55. I think those two rolls are a lot cleaner. As you can see, Pierre at the back looking pretty frustrated. He's just sitting there, and it's not much happening around for him. But I think Pierre, he needs to get busy. I don't think he should be sitting there waiting. As you see, nice big roll from Mark to start off that wave. And then he comes through, ducks under the lip, and bang, pushes through it. That's a good wave. That'll probably be up into the 5s. But yeah, it's kind of, you can see Mark, he's paddling around and getting busy, and he's really chasing the waves, whereas Pierre's just kind of sitting there and waiting. And there's not a defined bank out there, Manny, so it's kind of hard for a wave. You know, you've got to be really lucky for a wave to just come to you. You really need to kind of search for it. So you see Mark's last wave came into the 6.
It's incredible to see the difference on semifinal and semifinal 1 and semifinal number 2. We had some really high scores, and now Mark McCarthy starting to pull ahead with that 6-point ride and that 4.55. PLC, again, can't count him out. We have 16 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's right. He's just paddling into a wave, but he's just out of position. That's right. You can't count him out. He's current world champion. He knows how to win events. He's he's only he's chasing a 9.42, but I mean, his guy's scoring a ride at the moment is a 1.13. So a 9.42, although it sounds like it's a lot over the course of 2 waves, that's, he gets 2 5s and he's winning. So so it's definitely not out of his reach, but he's definitely going to have to start getting a wriggle on. He's going to have to start moving. But I like the tactic of Mark paddling around and keeping busy and looking for the waves and searching for them. Because it's a real, out there, it's a real gamble, it's a lottery. So if you kind of are paddling around and keeping warm and keeping movement, you're more likely to find a wave. As opposed to Pierre just kind of sitting and hoping that the waves are going to come to him.
All right, looks like there's nothing on the horizon, and that'll give us a little quick ad so we can pay some bills.
Alrighty.
We'll be back.
Beautiful. Oh, as we go back onto the screen,
Oh,
is
straight back to the live action.
Mark going for a flip. That's a little bit ambitious. That wave wasn't really allowing him to do it, but he's got to bust out the big moves now to get into that higher score range. That's good. Like I said, he's keeping busy, and it's good on him. I think at this stage, the strategy is definitely working, and with the deteriorating conditions, deteriorating conditions.
Yes.
Speak English. That's definitely a good way, and you know, he's seen his countrymen get into the final, and I'm sure he's going to want to join him in there. So,
as Alex Diaz on the Facebook page wrote,
historic.
If Mark McCarthy, another South African, and Jared Houston, 2 South Africans in a final, definitely a historic event is forming right now, which is amazing because Mark McCarthy and Jared Houston, you've seen what they're capable of in massive, heavy reef waves, and here they are, beachies, blown out, and they're doing the same.
Yeah, absolutely. They're killing it. As you can see, Pierre looking here, he's got a bit of a right wedge. It's going to form up for him. Let's see if we can get a clean lip. Oh, it's a nice flip, but is he going to? Oh, he's going to have to kind of push through that. Well, he's definitely his best wave throughout this second semi, but let's see if he can milk it through. It's not really going to do too much.
He's going to bring it in anyways and do a move on the inside.
He might get a little roll off the foam. It's kind of hard to see, but that's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe mid-5. So it's definitely in the mix, and it's putting him back in the game now. Now he's only going to be chasing maybe a mid-5 because it's a pretty nice, let's see the flip. Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good flip.
That was a nice flip.
The only thing, he gets caught up a little bit in the foam there. That's what's the judge is going to be really critical of that, which is good. They need to be. But it was a nice flip, but just that coming around, you can see him kind of kicking a little bit. So the judge will probably be pretty critical of that, which they should be. And then this roll, I don't think this is probably not going to give him many more points.
We got Nikolai tuning in all the way from Namibia. And he's going for the South Africans, of course. And Diogo, yes, he loves Patricia.
Patricia. Oh, well.
Diogo.
Yeah, well on Diogo. Any opportunity to get that out there? Then there you go, Patricia. Someone loves you. Beautiful.
He's going to get some tonight.
Yeah.
Mark McCarthy in the red jersey, still in the lead right now with that 6 and that 4.55 PL. So now he has a solid score under his belt. That 4.75 on his last wave puts him back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to really need to start building on that. But a 4.75 is in the scheme of this heat it's the second highest scoring ride. So a 5.08 is definitely achievable for Pierre. And Mark's looking over his shoulder, going, "All right, we've got a heat on our hands." So which is good. With only 12 minutes to go, it's going to really start. It's going to come down to the wire. So definitely do not go anywhere.
No.
Because history could be made.
We're going to take this all the way down to the wire today.
Yes.
The final of the men's division will be going down right after their semifinal number 2.
Yep.
We'll probably have a 5 short. You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but we usually have a little break. So the winner of this heat can get a breather, drink some water, do what they have to do to get ready for the 30-minute final.
Yeah, that's right. And even the small little things like changing rash shirts. Mark's in the red at the moment. If he is to win, then he's going to go into the yellow rash in the final. So there's a few little things they need to do. So that's usually a 5 or 10 minute break. And also you've just surfed for 30 minutes in the second semi-final. You will probably want a little break, maybe a drink of water, some lollies or an energy drink, just to get you get your levels back up, and then bang, straight out for the final. But it's pretty easy to get pumped up for a final. As you can see, a little bump in the horizon. Mark's just going over that. It's it's going to be an interesting 10 minutes coming up. I just really hope that the waves hang in there. They are dying out pretty quick. There's still a few scoring opportunities, but we still want to be able to see these guys do some flips and that. We don't want to see them just be spinning and rolling to the beach. So you can see Pierre. That's another nice angle, isn't it?
Is that Pierre down in the glare, getting close to the glare over there?
Yeah, that's beautiful. He's just gone down the beach a little bit. Let's see if he can find a wave. He's looking at one here. Oh, this could be a good little left. As we got, we got Mark actually going right on one as well. Oh, with an ARS, he's keeping his feet up. He spun around that. That's pretty good. I don't think it's going to be better than his 4.55, but I'd be really interested to hear what Pierre did because they're still going. This could really turn this heat on its head.
Oh, man.
We're looking straight into the glare, so the judges are going to be hard seeing that. But
he's bringing that all the way in.
Bringing that all the way in. Oh, that's a nice roll.
Wow.
I can hear the cheers at the beach.
Yes,
so,
yes.
So I'm guessing that he did something on the outside. As he was paddling into it before we changed angles over to Mark's wave, it looked like it was going to be a pretty good little pocket. So be really sweating on this replay to see what he did.
The South African Mark McCarthy and everybody else is waiting for that last wave of his and the last wave of PLC to come down onto the scorecard.
Yeah.
But PLC, that was a solid wave all the way from the outside. Let's take another look.
We're looking straight into it. It's kind of hard to see, but he's got a big roll, as I can see. And then, he's flipped that. He's flipped that and came out really cleanly. Wow. Okay, that's going to be a good score. As we've got Mark spinning out the back, I'm guessing he's done something before that, and that wave's just died out. So we'll get a replay on that. But, yeah, these scores are going to really be interesting to see what comes through here, Manny.
Non-stop action. It was a little slow start in the beginning. I mean, we didn't see anything over, a 4-point ride in the very beginning, and now.
Yep. And that's just pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
8 minutes remaining. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in this semifinal. Jared Houston patiently awaiting his fellow competitor who will duke it out in the final right after semifinal number 2. So don't go anywhere. We have another half hour of action in the final for the men's division. And just so everybody knows, we will be coming back live tomorrow, finishing off the women's division.
Oh, there's a nice big roll from Mark. That's not probably going to be his best score.
Well, Mark McCarthy, he was trying to build on a 4.55.
Yep. Whoa.
So the scores are starting to come down. We can hear the scores being dropped from the beach commentator.
Yep.
Now we're just making sure we want to hear and see.
There it is on your screen, people.
Oh, wow.
7-3-3.
PLC.
Yeah. You can't ride off a world champion, can you?
No, you cannot. Now, Mark
I was almost going to
McCarthy.
say he kind of looked a little bit out of rhythm, Pierre. He catching those little waves and not really doing a whole lot. But then he just busts out a 7-3-3. As we've got Mark here with an opportunity to bounce right back. If you can get a flip out of this could be pretty good, but he went a bit sideways.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 50 seconds, though.
Still
we got
plenty
plenty
of
of time. PLC, though, on the other hand, his solid 7-point ride knocks him into that first place, 7.33.
That's great.
Mark McCarthy, the South African, now looking for a 6.09.
Yeah, he's looking for a 6.09, which is really achievable as it looks like Pierre's caught another wave. He's spinning into the whitewash, so I dare say he's done something pretty good on the outside, and he's just trying to milk this through. Could get a nice little section on the inside with the roll, and he's not done yet. Another roll. Wow. He's
still going.
Oh, 3 rolls. He's at a bakery.
Oh.
Look at him go. Make it 4. Beautiful. I hope he did one at the back. That would have been 5 rolls. That's, wow.
Wow, but you can hear the
going
crowd.
To town. Yeah, he's going to town on that thing. And he would have probably, after that last roll, slid up the beach into the clapping hands of the crowd.
Unbelievable. PLC now turning it on in the last 6-10 minutes here. Actually, 6 minutes remaining in this heat. How many rolls did he get on that wave? Doesn't matter. Break out the butter because he is ready to slide into that other spot in the final.
Let's see what he did at the start. Oh, he even went left at the start. He's out the back. He come in. What did he get?
Oh my. Yeah, that's going to be a solid wave right there.
So he's done an
that's
ARS.
what we didn't see.
And then he's got it. And then what has he done? And then he's done a
Most
bacon and egg roll.
That's going to be the biggest score of the heat
into
so
a
far.
bread roll, into a cheese and bacon roll. Wow. And he's dropped an 8. And another bacon and egg roll.
Oh, doctor. An 8.3 for PLC.
Wow.
The Frenchman in the yellow jersey now hitting the gas in the last several minutes of this heat. Mark McCarthy has a uphill battle now, searching a 9.63. Uh-oh.
Mark's probably thinking, what the hell just happened? I had this heat. At once, Pierre needed a 9.
Yes.
And within a space of, 4 minutes? Bang,
Gone.
bang. Ali can't do combos like that. That's amazing. Just like left, right, bang. Drops 2 waves, a heat total of 15.63. Now Mark's looking for a 9.63.
Unreal.
That's huge. Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
But on the same note, 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes, 50 seconds, and Mark McCarthy, the South African, he can make history right now by making it into the final and joining his fellow countryman, Jared Houston, to make the first all-South African final. But PLC has put up a wall,
Yeah.
a 9.63
Wow.
wall.
Yeah,
and Mark
exactly.
McCarthy's ready to knock it down, but he's only got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to rock.
Yeah. And you can see Mark looking he's looking for answers. He's going, what the hell just happened? What am I doing? There's no waves coming in near him. He's like, oh God. I really feel for Mark at the moment. But
What do you think's going through his mind right now?
I don't think there's 1,000 things. He's going, what the hell just happened? What am I going to do? Where, am I sitting in the right spot? Everything's probably just gone up in the air. He's really doing some soul searching, I think, right now.
Well, he's trying to build on a 6 and a 5.3 or get another wave that is a 9.63, which is probably it's going to be very tough,
Yeah,
almost impossible in these conditions.
Yeah. He's going to need 2 waves. It's not beyond him,
Oh,
but
my.
it's really going to be difficult. But like I said, these little waves just kind of pop up. So who knows? With 3.5 minutes to go, anything is possible. But he needs to get a wave kind of now. He needs to get a decent wave now that's in the 7s or the 8s. And that'll allow him at least enough time then to paddle back out and then hopefully search for another wave. But it's not looking good. And looks like Pierre's moved down the beach where it looks like it's even better than where Mark is. He's adapted.
Wow, great
It's
shot
nice
from the
cutty reverse.
cameraman.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even know
good.
he was down there, but
Yeah.
the cameraman, all of
he's-
them have been looking into
There
the
we go,
sun.
Mark. He's got an
Oh,
opportunity
wait
if he can get a
second.
flip. He's flipped on that. Oh, that's pretty good. If he can get another roll.
Oh, he's going to force that one over, and he knows
it's
that
not that
this
good,
is
yeah.
not going to fare. So
Yeah.
will that be better than his 5.33 wave? Probably not, but he's getting back out there. Time is ticking away
Yeah,
for Mark
it is ticking
McCarthy.
away. And you can kind of see in his body language then, the way he kicked out, then he knew that it's not what he's after. It kind of a bit of a crumbly lip, but he's still got that nice rotational flip, spun round. But then that just second section didn't offer him anything. And you can even see the way he pulled out. He's just like, oh, come on. Give me something. So, yeah. But it does look like Pierre's paddled down the beach and adapted a little bit to the changing conditions. As you can see, his beautiful girlfriend there, Ruth, cheering him on.
And the grommet right in your foreground,
And the
that's
right.
Ruth's little brother.
Oh,
And you
okay.
see PLC's girlfriend, Ruth, and then you see PLC's little sister on the other
Biting
side
her
of Ruth.
nails, yeah.
Yeah.
So, good-looking family. Good-looking family. But they're there, showing their support. I think they'll be quietly confident with this. But yeah, but still, 2 minutes to go. They're going to eagerly await this last 2 minutes. You can hear
It
the
looked
scores.
like
Yeah.
Retta, the Moroccan rider, talking away with a lady there too. So the Moroccans making an appearance in the trials in the early rounds. It was pretty
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you
All
see
right.
Mark, he's dropped to 6.78.
That's
But
closer.
That's making it a little bit closer. Now he needs an 8.85.
Oh,
But still an
1
uphill
minute.
battle, isn't it?
30 seconds remaining. We've
Jeez.
seen a lot of things go down in the early rounds. Can we see another last-minute heroic
Oh, I hope so.
maneuver from
I hope
Mark
so.
McCarthy? It is totally possible. 1 minute remaining. PLC, the Frenchman in the yellow jersey.
Here goes Mark
currently-
looking. He's
That's
looking
not
for
gonna
this
do it.
left. Let's see if he's going to get it. Oh, no. You're right.
Oh. Wow, all these guys have been pushing away all the way from the beginning of their first
Yeah,
heats, and
yeah.
it's very tough when you come down to the end of
Oh.
the end of the run. I know you had a good run.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
Yep. Came up against Butti, Mark McCarthy
okay.
there. And it's kind of funny, Manny, in our heat, I had a pretty good wave, and I kicked out of it thinking, yeah, that was a good wave. And I came out of the wave and looked back up, and there's this barrel in front of me. I thought, I bet Mark's in that. And he just comes flying out of it and then rolls out, and he got a 9. I was like, you're kidding me, aren't you? I need a 7. I got a
no.
7.5, and then, yes, you're in the lead. Oh, now Mark got a 9. So
Yeah,
anyway, yeah, things happen. But Mark's going to take away with a third. You can see the two guys there sitting pretty close together. I think they both know that PLC is going to push on through to the final. And there's Mark congratulating him. He realizes that you know, he's not going to be able to get the scores. But a third, he's got a third, and that's a really good. In the grand scheme of things, that's a really good result, and he'll look to build on that throughout the second half of the year. So a massive congratulations to PLC, and there we go. We've got our finalists.
We have our finalists. Look at the French.
Pretty happy family there. It's a pretty happy family. That's good.
Yes. Well, PLC sisters French.